I didn't change the furniture. I didn't renovate the walls. I didn't burn incense, chant mantras, or rearrange the space with feng shui. All I did was remove a color. A single silent decision that flipped the flow of energy inside my home and my life. It sounds irrational. That color could block abundance, but in the world of subtle energy, what you can't see holds the most power. Your home is not just physical, it's a field, a mirror, a breathing extension of your vibration. And everything inside it either expands your frequency or compresses it. Color is one of those invisible saboteurs. We've been trained to see it as decoration, aesthetic, taste. But color is vibration condensed into light. Every shade carries a signature, a resonance. And when you paint a space or fill it with a frequency that opposes your desired reality, you unconsciously cancel the very thing you're trying to attract. Most people never realize this. They walk into a room and feel heavy, unmotivated, or even unlucky, never questioning why. They think it's just life or mood or circumstance, but often it's the environment whispering to their nervous system, numbing their intuition, disrupting their clarity. I lived like that for years until something so small, so subtle, changed everything. And it all began with a color I thought was harmless, wow, even beautiful. The color was dark gray, sleek, modern, sophisticated. It wrapped around the walls like a calm shadow, and for years I thought it gave my space a sense of control and maturity. But beneath the surface, something much deeper was at play, something I couldn't explain. Until it was gone. You see, dark gray holds a very specific energetic quality. Stillness. Not peace, not clarity. Stillness. The kind that halts movement, dulls the senses, and flattens the emotional field. In the language of vibration, it's not neutral. It's suppressive. It doesn't destroy violently. It disconnects. Silently. Without noticing, I had turned my home into a signal jammer. Money slowed. Motivation faded. Creativity felt buried. Relationships turned cold. And no matter how much I worked on myself, something always felt stuck. It wasn't bad luck, it was blocked flow. And that gray was holding the lock. The shift happened the week I painted over it. Not with fanfare or ritual, just an instinctive urge to reclaim light. Almost instantly, the space felt breathable. Ideas started returning. I felt more focused. Emails I'd been waiting on came through. A payment I'd forgotten showed up. And for the first time in months, I didn't feel resistance. I felt movement. People talk about manifesting money. But what they don't realize is, you can't manifest when your environment is tuned to scarcity. And some colors, like dark gray, resonate at the exact frequency of stagnation. Removing it was like cutting the cord to a silent anchor, one I didn't know was holding everything down. In the world of metaphysics, everything is frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body, your space, all vibrating, all interacting. And color, though we often dismiss it as superficial, is one of the most immediate ways your surroundings communicate with your subconscious. Every color holds a vibration that speaks to a specific emotional or energetic field. Blue calms the nervous system and awakens wisdom. Green stimulates healing, growth, and creation. Gold ignites mental clarity and financial insight. These aren't random associations. They're reflections of how our inner and outer worlds align through resonance. This alignment is the essence of the law of vibration, the principle that says we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. And your environment is constantly helping to shape what you are. When your home reflects a frequency of stagnation or heaviness, it teaches your body to normalize lack. You start living in scarcity without realizing it. But when your space is attuned to expansion through light, intentional design, and vibrational color, you're not just making it pretty. You're tuning your field to match the energy of abundance. You become more receptive, more intuitive. You start noticing doors you couldn't see before. And that noticing changes everything. We often chase results, more money, more opportunities, more clarity. without tending to the vibration we live in every single day. But color is a gateway, a bridge between seen and unseen. And when chosen with intention, it becomes a silent ally in your manifestation journey. After removing the gray, I didn't just stop at empty walls. I was intentional, not just in what I removed, but in what I invited. Because in energy work, subtraction isn't enough. You must fill the space with vibration that supports who you're becoming, not who you were when you chose to settle. I brought in green first, not paint, but plants. Living, breathing symbols of growth. They didn't just clean the air, they lifted it. My mornings started feeling lighter. The mental fog that used to linger cleared with surprising ease. That's the power of green. It's the color of upward movement, of fresh starts, of grounded expansion. Then came gold. Not in excess, just touches, a frame, a bowl, a candle holder, small items but high in frequency. Gold is more than wealth in the material sense. It carries the vibration of self-worth, of radiance, of knowing you're meant for more and daring to hold that posture in your space. I placed one piece in the kitchen where prosperity begins. And from there, momentum returned. Red came next, cautiously. Not to dominate, but to spark. A throw pillow here, a book cover there. Red is fire. It brings courage, confidence, and warmth. It doesn't whisper, it awakens. Where there was stillness, red brought breath. Where there was hesitance, it reignited trust in motion. These weren't design choices, they were energy alignments. Sacred hues chosen not just for beauty, but for frequency, for their ability to shift the feeling of a room, and through that, the rhythm of a life. Because color isn't just what you see, it's what you feel before you know why. When I shifted the colors in my home, I didn't just change the way the space looked, I changed the way it worked. A home can either repel or magnetize abundance. It can be a container for worry, stagnation, and routine, or a sacred amplifier of flow, purpose, and prosperity. Anchoring abundance isn't about luxury, it's about intention. It's about crafting an environment that reflects back to you the version of yourself that is already abundant, already capable, already in harmony with what you seek. Color is one way, order is another. Sound, light, scent, they all participate in the energetic climate of your life. But color speaks the fastest. When your space reflects joy, warmth, and clarity, it conditions your nervous system to stay open. And an open system is a receptive one. You start catching signals faster, making choices more intuitively, and taking action without resistance. Money doesn't just come from action, it comes from alignment, from flow, from matching the frequency of ease, not struggle. My home is no longer a storage unit for things I thought I needed. It's a living field, a vibrational mirror. And that mirror now reflects expansion, not contraction, harmony, not noise. And because of that, the energy of wealth, real wealth, has room to move through it. You don't have to wait for a big break. Sometimes it starts with something as simple as a wall, as subtle as a shade, as small as a shift in how you see your space. That's where it began for me. And everything changed.